Are we streaming? Alright, we be streaming, huh? I think so. Alright guys, here's a little bit of a news that I find a little troubling. I'm gonna tell you guys what I've come up with or what I've seen so far, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm incomplete or if something's messed up. Okay, let me just check the notifications again. Yes, we are live. So, this is the story so far. I mean, this is the most popular version of the story out there, okay? A 39-year-old pastor charged with causing disturbance in the city's gay village, Toronto police Wednesday, after he took to the streets to preach pro-Christian messages to passers-by a day before. Video posted online shows David Lynn speaking on a megaphone and attracting what police described as large hostile crowd Tuesday evening at Church Street and Wellesley something. I'm coming out as a Christian. Lynn can be heard telling onlookers. You guys can see the link. You guys can figure this out yourself. So the most popular version of the story is this guy went out to a gay village, started preaching pro-Christian messages, and then he attracted a pro-Christian group of people that were apparently hostile. I mean, that's what it says. What police describe as a large hostile crowd attracting. Now, this is misleading on purpose, right? He doesn't say, when you say he attracted a large hostile crowd, you're making people believe that he brought along with him a group of people that were hostile to other people. It is misleading, but it is a little far away from what the actual story suggests. Let me take you guys to what the actual I shouldn't say words like actual story, but this is what I could gather.
Everybody can have dignity and respect. Everybody. But you know, it's not all the time that this is carried out. Sometimes hatred is carried out by people of various members of the community.
So, first few seconds, let me just establish his tone. The guy doesn't seem argumentative. The guy doesn't seem confrontational. He's just talking to people. He's just engaging with them in the most calm way he can, right?
We're here to tell you that we hate nobody. So I'm coming out of the closet and saying I'm a Christian. And I want to know whether you would tolerate...
I'm coming out of the closet as a Christian. I like what he did there. Now, anyway, so this guy is speaking at a microphone. He's talking to people. And a lot of these people... let me just show you a few more seconds. It's a common theme, so I won't play the whole thing.
As a Christian, would you tolerate me, sir? Would you tolerate me as a Christian? I don't want to engage. Man, would you tolerate me as a Christian? Would you tolerate me as a Christian? Go away? Okay, so you're a bigot. Would you tolerate me as a Christian? You don't.
So that's a theme for the large section of this video. And there are others online. So essentially he tries to talk to people, and people say, I don't want to talk to you, go away, and he goes away. This is a public square. He uses his microphone and he's talking to people, right? And he does attract a group of hostile people, but their descriptions could have been better promoted by the media, which they don't. This is the group of hostiles that he attracts. Let me skip forward a few minutes.
Face towards me.
Acceptance. What about acceptance?
What do you... I accept you. You're here. You want to shake my hand? What did I say?
But why do you need a microphone?
So that people can hear the good news of Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on with what I had to say. We have people who love me. They can't even say that they tolerate me, and I didn't even say anything. Except God loves you. You don't accept me?
So this is what happened. This guy was standing on the street talking, and then this other group of people, and you can all guess what lifestyle they have, and nothing against that, okay? I've got nothing against it. But these people, they attacked him. I mean, attacked isn't the right word, but these people surrounded him, got up in his space, and these are the people who are violating his civil liberties. He did nothing.
Why would I have to get out of Toronto? I don't have to. This is a public sidewalk. I pay my taxes. Everyone's accepted. And that's what we preach as Christians, that everybody is accepted. Jesus died for the sinner. Do you know that every person is a sinner? Don't touch me, please. Please take that.
By the way, this whole thing was live streamed. It's an hour and 45 minutes long. You guys can, if you search for it, it's the first search on YouTube.
Off my body. Any Every heterosexual has sinned. Every homosexual has sinned. And sin is when we violate the laws of God and we go contrary to the things.
So he's doing whatever he can to get away from these people, assuming they don't want to talk to him. And these people are surrounding him, and not just him. As you see this beautiful lady here, this aquatic land creature, or sea creature, is getting in the way between him and his cameraman. These people are not the pro-Christian preaching side. They're not the ones engaging. It's these other butthurt people.
And we go contrary to the things of faith. That's what sin is. You're actually blocking me from walking. You know, I'm not coming in your face blocking you from walking. I'm allowed to walk freely in Canada, Toronto. Please, now you're
Now look at him. So essentially, when the news article says pro-Christian people preaches message attracting group of hostile crowd, which by the way is the mainstream depiction of this scene, it is technically true, but it is horribly misleading. What's happening is a guy speaking in a public square, and then a group of people got butthurt and started whatever you call this. By the way, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do this for a particular other religion, which shall not be named in this particular video.
Please, I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to walk. This is not love. I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to communicate.
Wherever he goes, these guys keep blocking his way. Now, this goes on for a long time, and it's just infuriating, so I won't play you guys the whole thing. And out comes the police. Let's listen to the exchange of the police.
I agree with you, but every person is deserving of respect. I have the right to preach, sir.
They're chanting hate speech for people who don't realize. This guy, who said nothing offensive, he said, I don't even know how to call this hateful.
You have the right to make sure that your microphone on.
I have the right. We've dealt with this in court already. So what's going on, sir? What's really happening, sir? Is I was physically assaulted. I'm asking you to arrest him. You didn't investigate the assaults. I can tell you one by one. They're all here. They've assaulted. Where did the lady go? The lady's right there. She assaulted.
So the police is here, right? And the police can see that it's everyone else here that's attacking this guy. We need law enforcement to protect people, right? But here we have a large mob encroaching on the civil liberty of an individual, and law enforcement is taking the side of the mob. In which case, why do we even need law enforcement if they're not going to stop the mob?
If you want to issue a ticket for the bylaws, I'm more than willing. On what grounds? No one's causing a disturbance. By exercising freedom of speech. Take what I just said. People have been assaulting me and becoming bigots and hate speech against my religion. And so if you're willing to look at the evidence, this is all on live stream right now. City TV News is right here. So I want to exercise my freedom. It's an option. Yeah, I chose this location. It's a part of Toronto. Does this have a special law in Church and Wellesley?
No.
No.
But you've chosen this
I don't want to continue this conversation anymore. Officer, I'm going to preach over here and exercise my freedom.
Okay, now this is a part of the story. You guys can check out the whole live stream. What happens is some guys come out and say, hey, it's fine that you're preaching, but you are speaking into a speaker. There are homes outside and it is disturbing me. I don't want to hear your message while I'm sitting in my home. And the preacher goes like, okay, I'm going to turn off the microphone. So he preaches at this point, he is just standing in a street corner and saying what he has to say. The most bare bones version of free speech that can possibly exist. That's not good enough. He eventually does get arrested. This is without amplification. Let me just...
This is absolutely wrong.
Okay, well, I'm being arrested. For what? What did I do?
You are not upholding the law.
What did I do? We're going to give you all of your information. What did I do?
He's not upholding the law. This is utterly the most disgusting thing I have seen in a while. So this guy just stands in a corner, does what he's not even talking into a microphone when he gets arrested because he politely listened to people's request. Police attended the scene just before 6 p.m. I haven't heard any specific incidents like this happening this year in Pride Month, and this is probably a big thing, right? Because it's this month, or I don't know exactly, but this is not the first time Lynn has been demonstrating pro-Christian messages in public. In videos posted by his ministry from last year, he's been preaching in busy streets in the UK. So that's apparently a crime? So what I'm reading to you guys is the mainstream depiction of the story. I think a more accurate version of the story, at least from what I can say, is this. A Toronto preacher who was charged with disturbing the peace in a Church Wesley village Tuesday afternoon has been released on bail. Thank God he's not in prison. Police said officers were called to Wesley Church around 5:50. Reports for a demonstration in the area. He wasn't the one demonstrating though. He was just standing preaching, and it was other people who was causing a ruckus. In a news release Wednesday, police said that a man in the area was speaking using megaphone, and his messages caused alarm in the community, attracted a large hostile crowd. So if you go out on the street and you say common sensible things, but there's a whole bunch of people that get triggered, apparently it's your fault. What you say doesn't matter, at least didn't matter in the context of this case. It didn't matter that it's the mob who was assaulting him. It's the mob who got up in his space. It's the mob who did everything that was wrong in this scenario. It didn't matter. The guy got arrested. And by the way, all those people who did assault him, this entire thing was in a live stream. It's close to 2 hours long, or maybe an hour and 45 minutes. Nothing happened. This is what I got from the story. If I'm wrong, if I'm incomplete, if I'm missing a bigger picture, please let me know, because this is downright disgusting. And I don't care if you're Christian, I don't care if you're not Christian, I don't care if you're an atheist. So many principles is wrong with this. I don't even know what to think. You guys let me know. I will talk to you guys later. Take care.